Hello and welcome back to another episode of PZ Customs, and if you haven't already seen this. So you probably remember this from a previous episode. We had the carby apart and trying to get it started, which we did. So full carby kit went through. Oh, I just noticed it's missing a bolt there. What the hell? So anywho, so the guy that did own it previously, I bought it from because I liked the bike so much and I got it for a good price. I couldn't say no. But since that last episode and getting it running, I haven't ridden it. The fuel tap has still been on, and of course the carby's just been full of fuel the whole time, so it's been a while. So I've drained the fuel out of the carby and it's just varnished. You can smell it. You can see the yellowy orangey colour, and I'm trying to get it started and I can't. So these have got the two chokes, so that the black one is for cold start, the red one's obviously for a hot start. But I've been kicking it, and with my skinny legs, man, this thing has got that much compression. God, it's hard to start. But I'm not 100% sure if this here is a kill switch or not. I don't know. And it hasn't even popped once to let me know if that is a kill switch or if it isn't. So unfortunately the seat's got to come off. I'm going to take the tank off, get the plug out, and then try for spark that way. And then I'll know exactly whether this is a kill switch or not, because it's just flick down red. I've had a look through the book. It doesn't really give me any explanation. Plus the book is like this thick with like 5 different languages. So anyway, otherwise I'm fearing the worst, that the carby's got to come out again, and then that means clean the jets. And then the other thing too, that last time I had the carby apart, this bottom gasket in here, it's obviously swollen, and then trying to fit it back into where it comes from, you're just fighting it. It's a pain in the ass. I'm not sure why it does that at all. But a little note to everyone is that storing a bike, make sure that you turn the fuel taps off or petcock, and that you here undo your little screw, get all the fuel out of the bowl, fuel out of the lines, and then store your bike that way. Otherwise all that crappy fuel that gets left in there is what's going to foul those little brass jets, and then unfortunately it'll be tearing the carby apart, going through all this again, having to buy another probably gasket set, which is, you know, I had a look online. I think you can get sort of like aftermarket ones, and they're like $30 something, but I'm not sure if they're to suit. But if you do want to get the proper ones, which I did put in here, it's a double gasket kit, and I remember just one side was $120. I can't remember what the other side was, but just a little side note. So if you're wondering, make sure you drain those fuel bowls, get all the fuel out, and then everything will stay fresh and ready for the next time. So I won't muck around. I'll get the tank off, I'll get the seat off, I'll check the spark, and what I might do too is, if I can't start it, then I'll throw a little bit of fuel down. Well, you know what? It's got good compression. If you've got spark, it'll be carby. So unfortunately, that carby's got to come off again. I really want to take this bike for a ride, but what I really want to do is fix it, sell it, and I want to get something with it. I wouldn't mind getting something with electric start, because trying to start these bikes with that much compression, even though it's got decompression lever and everything, it's just we live in 2025, man. Get something with electric start. Well, I think so anyway. But anywho, I'll get you on a stand and we'll get started, and we'll dive into this and see if we can't get it running. This will be the first recording for 2025. Happy New Year, everyone. All right, let's get going. test. Do we have spark or don't we have spark? When that switches on, let's have a look. Trying not to get electrocuted, because that's no fun. I can't see nothing without my glasses on. We'll have a look. Oh. No spark. So I'll flip this down. Let's have a look. Oh, still no spark. Aha, spark. That was spark. So if I flick that up, let's have a look. Yeah, that's spark. Right, so that's not a kill switch. That must be for lights, I guess. I don't know. So, with that spark, no fuel. So no doubt, I fear the worst. Now that carbie's got to come off. But that's not fun. Well, it looks like that carbie's going to be coming off. So I need to double check the jets. I'm not sure about that gasket either. It looks like I'll be getting onto eBay and getting another one. Making sure that this carbie is A-okay. And I think the other thing too was that these cables were frayed. I reckon I've got 2 new ones as well that I bought, so I'm going to replace those while I'm in here. Otherwise, we'll have a look at that gasket. I wouldn't mind seeing if I can get it at least started today, and then I can just rule out that that's the issue. But I mean, it's got great compression. We've got spark. I'm guessing the only other thing is just the fuel. Like I was saying earlier, make sure that you drain all the fuel out of your fuel bowls if the bike's going to be sitting around for a while. Rookie mistake, mate. Rookie mistake. So I'll get all this back together. I'll go and dig out those cables and we'll have a look at that as well. Because I do remember that they were frayed. Oh, ants biting me. So this is in here. That's obviously the top, and that's the bottom. And if I remember right, one of them was frayed real bad down the bottom. So we'll get that off and we'll have a look and replace those. Yes, no, that's done. Actually, probably while I've got that off, I'm going to have to take that carbie off. Actually, what I might do is try and give it another start. At least I know now it's got spark. I'll get the tank back on. Definitely make sure it's got fuel this time, because I need to put about bloody a litre in that tank, and it's a big tank. So make sure that it is getting fuel in the bowl. And if it is, then I definitely know that carbie's no good, but oh my god, it's just a pain in the butt to start, I'll tell you. You need legs like Usain Bolt. Right, that fuel bowl is full. I reckon I didn't have enough fuel in it. But I did have that what do you call it, the screw at the bottom of the bowl undone and fuel was coming out. But I can see now that the bowl's chock-a-block through those clear fuel lines. Maybe that was it, I don't know. It didn't even just pop once. So I'll try and give it another start where you have a good laugh at me trying to kick this thing over. Electric start, people, that's where it's at, electric start. But anyway, so that's everything, checks on. Oh, you know what, I don't think that spark plug lead's on, is it? For you guys, not for me, no, it's not on. Oh, that would have had me kicking for days. Come on, come to Papa. Oh, don't be like that. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. On the other side there. Oh, a few lines come off. Back on. Oh, I heard that. Oh, it doesn't like running with the choke on. Here we go. I think we all know what that means. Spider come out of the bike. Sorry, buddy. But, yeah, they're not friendly at all. So, he doesn't want to idle. At all. We'll try it again and see if we can't get this to idle properly. If not, then that carby's coming off. And it's getting another once over, unfortunately. So, that on there. And did it heat up at all? Probably not. Oh, a little bit. Yeah, that didn't take that long. Not at all. So do we need a choke to start? Yeah, we do. Now that tells me that the jet's blocked. Bugger. Oh well, so we'll take the tank off. We do the usual. So get the tank off, do the usual, carburetor off, replace those throttle cables, which is a shame, but nonetheless we're here now. Oh, you little bugger. It must be from the overflow. Here it is. Wondering if there's enough fuel getting into that bowl. I seriously don't think there's a... I'll put you in and have a look. Here, so you can see how low the fuel tap is compared to the inlet. And I can see, where is it? The fuel's just sort of sitting there, not going over. Now if I lift this up high, higher then, the fuel's on. Yeah, there it goes. Now it's filled up. And you can, I don't know if you can see it, to be quite honest. It's right on that bottom join there, the fuel, so this could be maybe part of the issue. I don't know. Otherwise, it's a trip to the petrol station. We'll just go fill up that jerry can and then really get some fuel into this thing, and then we'll see if she won't idle, but yeah, definitely do that. It's just a bit of process of elimination there. So, off to the fuel station, I'll be back. Righto, so I've been to the petrol station, fuel's in. I can see that all the lines are just chock-a-block full of fuel now. So, I'll put that choke back on and we'll give it a... I'll get you back on the stand and we'll have another go at this and see if we can't get this thing to idle. Unfortunately, otherwise, you know what that means, carby off. And new gasket set for the bottom. Alright, let's have a look at this. one bar of it. Righto. Carby off time. What a pain. Now, people have always asked, why do they have two? Why not just one? So, under full acceleration, what they're worried about is that much air rushing through the carby that the slide stays open. So even though you de-accelerated, that slide still stays open. And then you're just obviously riding with a stuck throttle. So this here manually pulls that slide back down and then cuts air off. So if you're wondering why there's two, that's exactly why. Small Allen key. One, and the other side is a Phillips head. Would have to be different, wouldn't it? Oh, here's one I prepared earlier. Airbox rubber out the way. Oh, throttle positioning sensor wire. Come off. And now the fun part. China. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that wasn't that bad after all. Fuel. Lots of it. So before I go any further with this, I need to clean out my shed. We'll clean it up at least anyway. So over the last 2 weeks I've made a mess. Oh my God. Everywhere. My bench. Messy. So I'll clean that up and then I'll get it on the bench and we'll have a look together. Okay, so this is a 3-piece carby. So you have the first half, which is the bowl half, the center part here, if you can see, first half, second half, and then the rest of the carby. So what we're going to be focusing on, hopefully, fingers crossed, is just this bottom half here. We'll be taking that off, have a look at the jets, and then I think that's where our problem will lie. We'll soon find out anyway. So it's just a couple tiny Allen keys in the bottom there, which we will take off now. Size unknown. Let's have a look. I'm not sure what size that is. I'm sure it's written on there. I can't see that. But the tiny 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Oh, air fuel mixture has to come out. So, what is the standard? It'll be in the book. Most of everything's 1.5 or 2, 2.5. So that there is number 4. 1. Almost 2. No spring. No good. Gasket. Easy, easy. There it is. Oh, it doesn't look too bad in there, to be quite honest. And those jets look alright too. That spring didn't come out. We can get that out. There it is. So that's what I was saying about the gasket. So if you can see the gasket sticking proud, there's got a hump in it, and then there's a hump in it there. So, you know, I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be sealing properly. I reckon maybe with a bit of grease on there I could get that to stay down. I'll definitely give that a go. But I mean, if I have to buy another base gasket set, I will. But anyway, while I'm in here, I'll definitely crank up the compressor and give this all a squirt out. But it'll be that bad boy there, 6mm. 6 it is. Oh yeah, that looks good there. I'll get that off. I'll take that right apart and we'll have a good look. It looks like I'll be starting the compressor and blowing some of this out. I'll be back in a sec. 8mm for that. Oh, how about that? Clean as a whistle. So, and that's a smaller one for there. Oh, a little washer come out. Oh geez, where did that come from? Surprises. No one likes surprises. Oh, have a look in the book, I think, and then so this one here. Blocked. Yeah, blocked. So this one here blocked. Smoking gun. Thank God. I was getting worried. I thought, oh no, what else? What other troubles are there going to be? Oh, that's all right, as long as that is the problem. That is good. Oh yeah, she is blocked hard. People say this 1,000 times. A good tool for cleaning out is a tip cleaner for an oxy, which I do have, but I think the one that's for that small is missing. Oh, and what I've done with it, I'm not 100% sure. I think the camera stand is on it, but I'll just have a quick here. Oh, I've got tiny little drill bits, but I could probably give that a go. Is it in here? No. Let's have a look in here. Oh, I can't. Alright, just move you for a sec. Oh, here it is. Which is this bad boy here. And this tiny thin one. Is there another one? Yeah, there is. Which is this one here. So, let's have a look. Oh, would you wouldn't read about it. It went in. Alright, so I worked out where that little washer come from. So that's from this, which goes on the bottom, and the air fuel mixture screw, and that just sits on the bottom of the spring. So which stops the spring just gouging into the aluminium, I guess. So we can put this back together. Thankfully. Oh, you know what I haven't done? Oh, I haven't given that a blowout with the compressor. I should. Alright, I'll fire up the compressor. That's going to be loud. And then I'll give that a quick once over. Everything else in here looks really good, to be quite honest. So the jet's clean. Mixture screw was set right at about 1 3/4 turns. But I mean, we can adjust that, fix that on the bike. But the only other thing too is this little O-ring that was pushed all the way back here, so I'm guessing that's not doing its thing. Even though it is a fine thread, I'm sure a bit of air could possibly be passing through that. I'm not sure, but I'm going to have a look at that as well. Alright, I'm going to fire up that compressor. So we'll get these jets back in. This one first. I did give everything a blowout in the bottom of that bowl just to be on the safe side. But otherwise, everything's really clean in this carby. So I don't think it's really worth worrying about. This one here. Now, what was it? This first, I think. And then this bad boy. $8mm. That's not an 8. This is an 8. Click. And now this bad boy, nice and clean, which is a 6mm. Click. Alright, perfect. So that gasket that is on the bottom of the bowl looks like it's getting worse and sticking powder. So what I did was I stuck it in the freezer, hoping that it'll contract. So we'll see what happens there. And then as far as this goes, and this little O-ring, I'm not 100% sure if that really does anything, to be quite honest. I don't know. Alright, I'll wait for that fuel bowl to cool down, and then we'll get that out of the freezer, see if that makes any difference to the rubber, and see if we can get it on there, because otherwise then I've got to order one off eBay, and then I've got to wait for that, and who wants to wait? Nobody wants to wait. Alright, we'll see what happens. Alright, it's out of the freezer. So I'm going to try and do this as quickly as I can and see if this actually works. It's still bowed a little bit there, but I'm going to give it a crack anyway. Oh, is it that way or this way? Which way? Oh, come on now. This way. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be time for a new gasket, I think. It doesn't want to play the game. It's this corner here. And there. Oh, Lord. Well, that's no good. I can almost get it to seat in there. It just doesn't want to stay. I'll put some bit of grease on there and then see how that works. It's holding it somewhat, but it's just it's just this corner here. Oh, that might get it. I'll give that a go. Oh, I think that did it. You ripper. All right. Well, that's all sitting beautiful and flush. And I guess the real test will be when I fill it up with fuel, see if there's fuel leaking out of it. Okay, so get everything back together time, which will be this here, lives there. So you can be the first one. And then we'll make this one the second one. Alright, double check. Yep. Bit of grease, we'll get you off. Alrighty. Well, that's good, I'm stoked about that. But like I said, the real test will be once we get it on the bike, and then we'll have a look then. But I'm fairly confident that that'll be good. Lucky last. You ripper. So now this too. Oh, I see. That rubber. What I might do is then put a bit of grease on that, because it's just pushing right past. I think this is just to stop moisture and what have you getting past and up and in there. But we'll see if we can't help it along a little bit. No, it doesn't want to. Alright. So that is almost, that is all the way in there. So that's 4 there. Just give that little mark. 1 3/4, so that should be a 3. No. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, so it should be 1. And there. Alright, time to go back on the bike. I'll sit just back up on the stand out there and we'll... Oh, I've got to replace the throttle cable, so we're going to do that first. So, what do we need to get into this? I don't know. I've never had one apart before. What have we got there? Oh yeah, Phillips head screw. There and there. And I need to move this 8mm. Have I got my tools with me? No. Front brake needs to come out of my way. Is that enough? Oh, I don't know. We'll just get it right out of the way for now. I'll remove this rubber. If I can get him off. Come on now. Oh, there it goes. Now, move this out of the way. Okay, I see. So that's the top one. Ooh. Whoops. And that's the bottom one. So let's have a look. You see there's one that's longer than the other, so that's the bottom side, if you're wondering. So we'll make sure we get that right before we go any further. And then that one there is the bottom one. Oh yeah, I'll mark that. Is that going to be enough room to get them past? Oh, you beauty. And through here too. 1, 2. Oh, very good. There it is, all nice and frayed. So that was about ready to go. I wouldn't say there was too many. Oh yeah, not too many left on that at all. See you later. So it already comes with the rubber on the front, but I need to remember to put one down the bottom, and then the one with the longer is the bottom. So 1 first, and then 2 through here. I tell you what, I can't wait to start this thing again. What I can't wait for is to take it for another ride. Because I remember last time I rode it, before I bought it, it had a flat spot. And I wasn't sure what that was, so I really need to have a look at that too and make sure this is out of the way of the front brake master. So we'll have a look at that now. Oh yeah, plenty. You beauty. So that one needs to sit behind there. Oh, I've put him on the wrong way. I put him on the wrong way. That's all right. We can fix this. Way better. And we have full acceleration, which is good. So we'll tighten all that up. And we're getting closer to starting this. All right, it's back together. I lost you there for a second. Where'd you go? No, just kidding. The battery went flat, so I had to go put that on charge. And while that was charging, you might say it's a little ambitious, but I did go ahead and put everything back together because I'm certain that this thing is going to start and stay running. I haven't started it yet. So, firstly make sure the choke is on. Oh yeah, it's on. Now I know we have fuel, and the fuel tap is definitely on. And there is fuel. All right, here we go. in gear. Oh, this thing is so hard to start, I tell you. Oh, that was it, I think. Shake off. Yeah, baby. There's still that flat spot. I'm not sure what that flat spot is, but geez, that didn't take long to get warm at all. So there you go, it runs, thank God. So all that means now is that, I need to work out what that flat spot is. I've got a funny feeling it is the throttle positioning sensor, because when I had the carburetor part, it didn't look too good in there at all. I think someone had been playing around with it prior, but I have ordered another one. I think it was like $35 or something off of eBay. So that's coming in the post. I only ordered that today, but I still don't know what it is. I know that the, what do you call it, the fuel pump is definitely working. So I don't know. But anyway, so the next thing to do is drain the fuel out, because I'm definitely not going to go through that again. And if you've watched this all the way through, thank you very much. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It means a lot to me, it means a lot to the channel. Coming up later will be the boat. And then of course I've got the other motorbike that I bought. And we'll definitely be getting an episode of that soon, I promise. Once again, thank you very much, and I will catch up with you soon. See ya.